Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a problem that's maybe a little bit more complicated, only because we're just using more identities in solving with limits in continuity, right? Thinking about continuity. Let's just dive right into this problem, right? So here, instead of how the last problems were using numbers like just factoring, right? Easy. Like, this is gonna be a little bit harder, right? Like, not that much, right? Just using another of identity that we've already known. Yeah, let's just dive right in. So again, what are the properties of a function being continuous? Well, the value f of x has to exist. The value of x as it approaches the value that we're looking at should exist, the limit should exist, and those two numbers should be the same. So if we're looking at f of 0, right? So when x is equal to 0, right? So f of 0 here is clearly equal to 1. So we already have that value. So one criteria is already fulfilled, right? We have the value does exist, right? Now the limit as x approaches 0, sine 3x over x. So we can evaluate this, right? Limit as x approaches 0, sine 3x over x. So here So I'm pretty sure we did a problem like this in the past, but we do know the property sine x over x equals 1. So we want to get this somehow to simplify it to sine x over x, so just part of it to be that, so that we can easily evaluate this, right? So what we can do first here is set 3x equal to y, right? Let's set 3x equal to y. What will x be in that case? X will be y over 3, right? So let's just quickly make a few changes here, right? So according to that, so if 3x will be y, then this will be sine y, and then the x down here will be y over 3. Right? And then then the x here will become y over 3 tends to 0, but then that'll also just be y tends to 0, right? It's the same thing, because it's just tending to 0. So y tends to 0, right? Now this will be equal to limit as y tends to 0 sine of, well, you can just bring the 3 up, right? So it'll just be 3 times sine y over y, right? So now it's the same thing, right? Except just with the different variables. The same thing as this property here. So, and this is as the limit approaches 0. Sorry if I didn't mention that before. But this can only happen as the limit approaches 0, right? That's very important. So here also the limit is approaching 0, right? Sine y over y will just be equal to 1. Right, 3 times 1 is 3. So the limit as y approaches 0 here is 3, right? At y or x, same thing, right? So here the limit does exist, right? But the thing is that this value and this value are not the same. So therefore it's not going to be continuous, right? And this question is asking whether it's discontinuous at x equals 0. So we can answer this by saying yes. F of x is discontinuous at x equals 0. And yeah, that's it. That's all there is to this problem. So it's not continuous here, and you can see why, right? It matches 2 out of the 3 out of our criteria, right? And that's it. Thank you.